Okay, so let's try to make the most of the table, yeah?
Yeah.
So what is the percentage that you have? $80 per week. What is the percentage per week? It's 10.5 on 52, right?
Wait, 10.5 on. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you're doing 4 years, so that's 4 times 52 weeks, right?
Yeah. Just
Okay,
put.
and 48 is like the biggest value on your table, right?
Mm.
And what is the interest rate for that?
Um, like for at what percent?
Yeah, what's like the lowest percent you have? So
2%.
this is roughly like 10 divided by 10 is roughly 1%, and then divided by another 5 will be 0.2%, right?
Mm.
So is there a 0.2% on the entry on the table?
There's 2%.
Oh, so 2% is the smallest.
Yeah. And that's 30.67.
Oh, so you're saying 48 periods at 2% is 30.67?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Huh. Well, so if you were to do 30.67 for 48 periods at 2%, how much money would you have?
Um, um, Shuffling the calculator. Oh, what? That does not look right. Oh, something like the calculator's going all weird. It goes like must have done something wrong.
Yeah, so you can kind of see how fickle a tool the calculator is, huh?
Hmm.
Best to trust our own brains. So the 30 and the 80, right?
But the 30 and the what? Oh, the 80. Yeah.
What's 30 times 80?
I have no idea. Um,
So what's 3 times 8?
24.
Okay, and then add the two zeros on.
Yes. 2,400.
2,400, right?
Hmm.
That's roughly a year worth of payments, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're doing a year worth of payments at an interest rate which is 10 times what you actually have, right?
Hmm.
And you're only getting to 2,400. That
Yeah.
makes sense?
Kind of like what do you do with that information then?
Well, I mean, the most important part of this is to figure out if it's right or not, right? Whether you have enough or not, right?
Yeah.
So doesn't that give you an impression? So at the beginning you have no clue, right?
Hmm.
There's just like a bunch of numbers. Who knows? $80 a week, who knows? It might add up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole idea that like little amounts add up is just false actually, right?
Hmm.
Um, and this is sort of one example because $80 per week, okay? If you do it for 48 weeks, yeah,
Yeah.
you only get to 2,400. And that's assuming you have 10%, 10 times the interest you would have
Yeah.
had.
Oh, so there's no way you're gonna.
Well, so you don't know for sure, right? But you're starting to get the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that's the most important thing. That's the thing you're going to take away from this, right? Like what you want to do in life is to know if it works out or not, right? That's what you want to know. You don't care about showing you're working, answering to the nearest cent. You know what I mean? You just want to know if you have enough money or not by the end.
Yeah.
If you commit to this for 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're starting to see that you probably won't, right? That's the
Hmm.
that's the key from that calculation.
Yeah.
Like it might be nice if the table had more entries. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
If you repeated it for another 4 years, um, and it doesn't have any carryover, um, then you'd only have 4 times 2400, right?
Mm.
Okay, so but you can't directly conclude it for sure at the moment because the first 28,400 might gather interest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But not enough.
Probably not enough, right?
Mm.
So so even though you don't have the answer right now, like you might even have a feeling that's a little bit better than just a meaningless answer, you know?
Yeah.
You have the feeling that it's probably not going to be enough, you know?
Mm.
All right, so how can we make the most of it? Hmm. So obviously, if we didn't have tables, the way to do it would be just to do, remember the recurrence?
The recurrence relation.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like that. Yeah. It's like that formula thing, right?
yeah.
Um, oh, what values am I doing then for that?
So, so, so you have like, so after the first week, right? You have like $80, yeah?
Mm.
And after the second week, the first $80 gathers, 1 plus 10.5 on 52% interest, right? And then you add another $80, yeah?
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So, and then the next one is 80 times. So let's say it's 0.02, but 0.2, so it's 0.002 squared plus 80, 1.002 plus 80, right?
Mhm.
And so if you do another week, this first thing gathers another week of interest, so it goes up to 3. This one goes up to 2. This one goes to 1 plus 80, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so if you have 80, so if you keep doing it all the way to like, what is it? 4 times 52, so that's like 208 periods, right?
Mm.
It'll be something like 1.002 to the 207 plus 80 times 1.002 to the 206, and you keep going down, right?
Mhm.
Down all the way down to 80 again, yeah?
Oh, okay.
So actually, I'm not sure if you're meant to know this, but it might be good for the sake of completeness. You can get a common factor of 80 out of all that, right?
Yeah.
So you got 1.002 to the 207 plus 1.002 to the 206. To 205. And you keep going all the way down to 1, right?
Mm.
And there's a formula that allows you, it's called a geometric series, okay? It's when the power is just increasing by 1 like that.
Mm.
The formula
But
is,
would I have to know that?
you don't have to know it, yeah?
Mm. But it helps.
But this is like a get out of jail free card sometimes.
Right.
And sometimes not about having to know it, sometimes about whether you can actually understand this idea or not.
Mm.
Okay, because so the formula is you just increase the power by 1 and you minus 1 and you divide it by minus 1. So it's actually a pretty simple formula.
Mm. What's that formula called, did you say?
This is called a geometric. So this is called a. So this is a geometric series,
Mm.
and this is its sum. So I think this is in the advanced course.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So do you want to try evaluating this formula?
Uh, Jeez, okay. It's like wrapping my head around it. All right, so if I just chuck that in the calculator.
Yeah. I think it's best to chuck it in like this. The top is sort of complicated enough to let the calculator take care of it,
Hmm.
but the denominator is actually pretty easy. So it's just 0.002, right?
Right. 0.002. So then I got 20,610.25.
20,610. Did you times it by 80 or?
Yeah, I did. I put I put exactly in the calculator as you wrote there.
Huh. Actually, could you do 10.5 divided by 52?
Divided by 52. That's 0.2. Like
Exactly.
yeah, oh pretty like 0.201923.
0.002.
Oh no, 0.2.
0.2, yeah?
Yeah.
0.21.
0.201.
201, huh?
Yeah.
So if you put that number here instead of, so if you put 2, 0, 1, and that number there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
What would you get?
Um, oh, wait, did you want me to do 1.002 or 1.2?
No, 1.002. There's a percent, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. 0, 1. Do I do? Oh, okay. No, that should be fine.
Does it 0.201 what?
Oh, well, I've lost that now.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Just keep that.
Okay. 1, 0.002. I got again like 20,633.
20,000, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh, so after 4 years, this stuff actually does get enough, doesn't it?
Hmm.
But that's something you should think about, right? Because 20,000 has no meaning unless um you think about what you actually want to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
16,000.
So does that mean it's gonna be more than enough?
Yeah, so it's looking like it's gonna be more than enough.
Hmm. Ah.
Which is interesting. Actually, the table value 2% for 48 periods.
So is that the working that they would want?
If you gave that working, you wouldn't be able to lose marks, okay?
Hmm.
But so I had first thought that the working they wanted was just to look at the table, yeah?
Yeah.
So even if there isn't an entry in the table, sometimes it's like you don't need it to be, right? Because like you might want like 200 and the table has you want 208 but the entry has 200. But 200 might be good enough because you might already have enough money by 200, right?
Hmm.
So you don't need complete information if you just need it to be enough or not enough, right?
Yeah.
But if the table only goes up to 48, that's slightly annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wouldn't they say with reference to the table?
I don't know. It's also possible that because there's an Excel section, they expect you to do Excel.
Oh, it could be.
Um, okay, but remember how like we pressed equals like 40 times before? You'd have to press
Hmm.
equals like 208 times here.
Yeah.
Um,
That's ridiculous.
let's
So
see.
maybe it is an Excel question.
Yeah. But it's kind of interesting that it does seem like you get enough money in the end.
Yeah, that's not what I thought at all. I thought it was looking grim there at the start.
Can you do this calculation one more time? Can you tell me what 1.002 to the power of 208 is?
Say that again.
Can you just do this part of the calculation? Like this, like 1.002 to the power of 208?
It's 1.51525.
Really?
Yeah.
1.51?
1525. Yeah.
Oh, well that's curious. Okay, so when you minus 1, it becomes 0.5, right?
Hmm.
And then when you divide it by 0.02, okay. So 0.02 is 2 in 1,000, right? So you're basically timesing it by 1,000 and you're dividing it by 2. So you're timesing it by 500, right?
Hmm.
So if you move the dot, here, you just move them across. Hold on. I feel like something went wrong. So then you get 5 over 2.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. 5 over 2 times 80 is nothing. Wait, could you do 1.002 to the power of 208 again?
Yeah. 1.002. It was 1.51525.
Oh, so it's not even more than 2.
Hmm.
It's less than 2.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, if it's less than 2, when you minus 1, it's less than 1. When you divide it by 1 in 500, it's going to be less than 500.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, so it's actually 515 over 2, yeah? Yeah, sorry. Because you move the decimal 1, 2, 3, right?
Hmm.
And you divide by 2. Yeah, so it's roughly 80 times 250. It just doesn't make sense. Why would that be? 250, that's roughly like 5 years worth of weeks, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But then if you divide that by, yeah, so that makes sense.
So we got 20,000. Yeah.
250. So this is 40 times 515. Oh, wait a minute. So if you had like, so 4 years is like 200 weeks, right?
For yeah. What did we say it was? It was two 225 weeks or something. What was it? Yeah, roughly 200.
Yeah, so 4 years is 200 weeks. 200 times $80 is gonna be, oh, wait, is that 16,000?
Yeah, it is 16,000 exactly.
Oh, okay. So it's like a trick question then. Well, I think we should have done this calculation a bit earlier, but yeah. So, okay, so that's without the interest, and with all the interest, it should be like roughly 20,000, yeah?
Hmm.
So it's 20,000 something. 20,000 20,600. Okay, well now do you know how the answer works then?
Yeah.
Oh, so actually doing a little partial calculation was not the full picture, right?
Hmm.
So the complete picture was actually kind of shocking, but um I think it would have been more obvious if we did that calculation.
Hmm.
So without any interest, right? You take $80, yeah?
Yeah.
And you just save $80 a week for 40 for 4 years, yeah?
Hmm. You're gonna get the 16,000.
Right? And you get 16,000.
Hmm.
So that answers your question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
obviously,
there you go. Right. Yeah. Okay.
if you don't have interest and you get 16,000, Then what?
Would yeah, like you're gonna like with the interest, you're gonna get over that.
Yeah, definitely over it by like 4,000,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
5,000.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, you're
Yeah,
right. It would have been a lot. We did that at the start.
yeah. But can you see like they can't expect you to do this other stuff, but this other stuff didn't harm us. It made us sure what the answer was, right?
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
So I guess it's kind of like you piece it together from whatever you know.
Hmm. Oh, okay, so next time I see a question like that, I should definitely do just to get a rough idea at the start.
Yeah.
Do just
We
like a
used to we used to do that a lot, you remember? Just kind of work out what it would be.
yeah.
It's just a little strange. This one didn't look. I'm starting to worry this 48 periods at 2%. 48 periods at 2%. Well, 48 periods at 2% should certainly double at least. Yeah, but it's 30 times 80. It's only 2,400. Hmm. Actually, there's something wrong with that table then because
I mean, because I think that table didn't. It was meant to be like for the other question, not for this question.
yeah, but could the table I mean the wait, hold on. So if we got the same we got 16,000 without any interest, right?
Hmm.
The table should have definitely got us over that. So something went wrong there. What was the table value? So
The table value wasn't like where do we write it down? Wasn't it like 12,000 or something?
mm, okay, so we need the percentage. So the percentage we had was like 0.2%, right?
Hmm.
And we just took 2%, which would be even higher, right?
Yeah.
And then we took the number of periods to be 48.
Hmm.
So 48 periods at 2%. Is it really 30? I have this table up somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at the table now.
Uh, that's so strange. Present value of $1. Huh. I wonder if it takes into account the interest. But still, something strange is going on.
Yet again, I think the textbook has failed us.
Huh. Right. So the future value, okay, so there's a future value and present value that needs to be distinguished, I think. See, if you look at the future value, right? The future value for 24 periods, yeah,
Yeah.
is about the same as the present value for 48 periods.
Right. Yeah.
So I think it's possible that the present value has to have interest applied to it before it gets to the future value.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe the future value is what we're looking for. So the future value table, the 24 periods already had 30 times, right?
Wait. Sorry. Say that last bit again.
So if you look at the future value table, right, for 24 periods,
Yeah.
it's 30x, it's 30 times when it's for 2%, yeah?
Yeah.
So that means when you times it by, when you do it 24 times, you have 30 times. If you do 48, you have at least 60 times, right?
Mm.
It'll be more than 60 times.
Yeah.
Okay, and then 60 times 80, right?
Mm.
60 times 80 is roughly 4,800, yeah?
Okay. 4,000. Yeah.
So it's roughly like $5,000.
Yeah.
And so $5,000 for 4 years is going to be $20,000, right?
Mm.
It's going to be more than enough.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think originally that was the wrong table entry that set us off.
Because it was the present value, right?
There's a present value table entry, yeah.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, so it wasn't like the thing itself wasn't pointless to do. It was just the answer was very strange.
Mm.
Okay, so does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So so you wouldn't be able to know it wasn't going to be enough from that because it would have gone over.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, but obviously the most definitive thing. But the thing is, like most people when they do maths, yeah, they see the solution, right? Like
Yeah.
the solution is basically this, yeah. Oh, and they're like, oh, it's so easy, right?
Mm.
But the skill is to find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it might not be the first thing you do for some reason.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That sent us down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, but we got there in the end. I guess that's the important part, right? Like,
Mm.
um, yeah, so actually to be really efficient, like your process should depend on the previous steps, yeah?
Yeah.
But that has a catch because if the previous step is wrong in a serious way,
Then you're stuffed.
then then well the rabbit hole goes a bit longer, yeah.
Yeah.
But notice how we ended up with the nicest possible solution
Mm.
still. And so this is good because it's under our preparation, right? In the exam we'll have had this experience.
Yeah. So I don't have to.
You could just do it
Yeah.
straight away, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the beauty of it.
Mm. There you go.
And hopefully it makes it more memorable.
Yeah. Yeah. A
Yeah.
memory has been made.
Yes. So usually memories are formed strongest when there's some sort of emotional connection.
Yeah, I
So,
can't even lie. I shed a tear as soon as we got that answer. I was like,
oh, yep. So it was just definitely the feeling instead of eye irritation.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, excellent.